Welcome back to the program, friend. The people of Oklahoma are getting ready to introduce an amendment to their Constitution that says a person's a person no matter how small. Horton hears a who, and the voters of Oklahoma hear babies. I had the chance to talk to Dan Skerbitz at the Capitol on the very day that they introduced their language to the Secretary of State. Here is that interview. I'm with Dan Skerbitz in the state capitol of Oklahoma, and in just a few minutes they're going to submit your petition.
Yes, to the Secretary of State. Today's our kickoff day for our petition drive. We have 90 days to get 155,000 signatures.
Have you ever done this before?
I've never done anything like this before.
Have you thought about hiring professionals to help?
Oklahoma does allow that. So far, we have a great group of volunteers. We're covering the state so far. This is grassroots. It's Oklahoma people. But we'll take any help we can get. If anybody wants to volunteer, you can come to Oklahoma and help us get signatures.
Do you have to live inside the state to collect the signature?
No.
Okay, that's a big help. You know that there are people who support the killing of children that say that this law will, or the referendum will ultimately lead towards making it a criminal act to murder the unborn. What do you say to that?
It is a criminal act to murder the unborn.
So you're prepared to say doctors who kill babies should be prosecuted?
Killing the unborn is a criminal act. All life should be protected, and life cannot be denied without due process.
Women, the mothers.
I'm sorry?
In other words, if it's a criminal act to kill an unborn baby, obviously we're going to prosecute the doctors. What about the mothers seeking to have their child murdered?
Well, yes, if personhood becomes law, abortion will be a crime. That is our goal.
I like this guy. I want you to know there's so few people in the world with brains and backbone, and evidently you've got them. The reason I say that is because there's a lot of pro-life groups that are terrified to say the obvious. It is a criminal act to kill a human being from conception till birth, and therefore everyone must be prosecuted if they're murdering innocent people. Why is this hard to understand?
Yes, and you can ask any group of people who have ever had their human rights denied. It's only the people who profit from denying them their rights that see bad consequences to reaffirming their rights. And they want to try to stop that. It's no different with abortion.
How can people reach you? Your website?
It's personhoodoklahoma.com. We have instructions for our petition, how to get it, how to sign it, how to send it back to us. Please go there. Please help us.
There are people in the so-called pro-life movement who I do not believe are pro-life. I'm talking about national right to life, etc., who openly oppose personhood efforts. What resistance have you gotten from those who say that they want to make it a crime to kill a baby, but oppose those efforts that are headed that way?
You know, here in Oklahoma right now, we have a personhood bill in our legislature. And the sponsors of the bill have openly stated that they do not intend it to try to stop any abortion.
That's a tragedy.
They only intend it to be an educational tool to help people see the value of a person. Well, I'm here to tell them pro-life Oklahomans don't need an education anymore about protecting human life. We need action to protect human life. And our so-called pro-life legislators and the groups that lobby them, they want political cover so they can appear to be pro-life. But at the end of the day, there is no meaningful action to protect human life.
Right, no, they oppose it. They oppose the end game. The end game, if we were running a catechism class, we would say, what is the chief end of the pro-life movement? Answer, the chief end of the pro-life movement is to restore the full protection of law to human beings from conception till birth. Or to say it negatively, the chief end of the pro-life movement is to make it a crime to kill a human being from conception till birth. And most of those groups that are playing this game with you, they simply don't support that end.
I look forward to the day when there is no longer a need for pro-life organizations.
Please, God, I want to work myself out of a job.
It's unfortunate. Maybe some people believe that or hope that they always have a job, so to speak, in the pro-life industry. But my hope is that one day there'll no longer be a need for this kind of effort.
I have a lecture I'm presenting now to different groups. The pro-life movement became the pro-life establishment. The pro-life establishment became the pro-life industry. The pro-life industry became pro-life collaborators. They're actually collaborating with the child killers by throwing roadblocks in front of us that would prohibit us from reaching the goal of criminalizing child killing.
About a year ago when we started here in Oklahoma, the National Right to Life affiliate and some other pro-life groups said personhood is bad. It's a waste of time, it's not the right time, it's a waste of money. The movement has grown to such an extent that they feel like they need to jump on the bandwagon, so to speak.
Sure, for fundraising purposes, if nothing else.
And so that's why they have come out with this personhood legislation to try to appear to be on the right side of the issue. But I'm hopeful that they really mean what they're saying, and I would invite them to join us in ending abortion. But so far we haven't seen any meaningful progress.
Well, you have legislators like Mike Reynolds who supports you in criminalizing child killing. So you have a mix inside of the legislature.
Yes.
Some that are true blue and some that are looking for political cover from both sides. They want to say, I'm pro-life, look, I supported this bill, and then they want to be able to turn around and say, no, I don't want to criminalize abortion and put moms in jail.
And there are some who are just uncertain about understanding those two issues. Our goal is to try to get everyone pushed as far to the right side of the issue as possible and taking steps that are meaningful. And so that's why the people are rising up.
Good for you. Anything else? Any other words of encouragement to people around the country who may want to try a personhood initiative in their own state?
It can be done. We had just a few families, a few concerned citizens, a pastor, and we had 9 people a year ago got together and said, hey, let's do something. And here we are. We have people all over the state. We mailed out over 25,000 petition packets. It's not us. It's a movement. People are ready. There are passionate people who want to do something that's real.
May God give you great success. Please, God.
Thank you, Randall. Appreciate that.
Back to me.